All right. I should have done a thing that would, like, if it disconnects, it tries to kind of buffer it a bit to keep it going. But I didn't flip that switch. So this is presumably for everyone on YouTube. I'm sorry, I have to upload this in separate pieces, but it went down. The stream went down. It is back up. So we're back. Yay! We did not get defeated by the snails. We defeated the snails. You defeated, it says. Oh, that we probably should go sharpen your true blue glass. You're correct. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think you're absolutely correct. We should go sharpen. Alright, Millie. I know, but I have to be less weak. There you go, blacksmith. Howdy. Oh. Wow. This blacksmith is not good. In case you didn't realize that the wah continues. Is it worth trying to, like, does Toto have a better blacksmith? Do I have access to a better blacksmith? Because my attack's really low. And it'd be nice if I could sharpen my weapons more, but if I can't, then I guess we're stuck. Okay. Alright. Let's go do this then, Millie. Yes. Sorry, we just had to do something to be slightly stronger. Nah, the formation is good. The formation is good. Alright. Probably should have stayed in an inn or something while we were there, but whatever. We did it. We survived. Alright. Gonna fight you. I'm gonna see what happens when I do that. We're gonna do that. You're gonna attack that one, and you're gonna attack that one, and we're gonna go from here. I don't remember what Zamza's rune does, but we're doing that. Let's find out. Okay, yeah. That's what I thought might happen. He takes half the damage he causes because he breathes fire. Perhaps that's not the most useful thing you could possibly have done, Zamza. Just a thought. Perhaps. No, it's not a Shoryuken. That's the other one. Somebody has... There's an actual Shoryuken. Is that what Pawn has? Pawn's rune, the boar rune? Isn't that the Shoryuken rune? Shoryuken... Oh. But Ken doesn't take damage for doing it. Oh, yes. Oh, okay, yes, of course. Yes. This is so we can get Kinnison. I really liked Kinnison when I was a kid. For some reason, I put him and his puppy, whose name escapes me, in my final party. Should I have... Oh, good. Wild boar. This is going to end well for me. Sure. I love them so much. Oh no! Pork chop sandwiches. And that's when some of us show our age and some of us don't. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, I should have had Nanami heal. Nope. Okay. I should have had Nanami heal him, but I didn't. Oops. That's on me. Okay, well. That's right, I forgot. This is when they started introducing, because I seem to recall in the first game they shuffle people over. It's not that you like step in front of, like when the person in front of you goes down, which is in Suikoden 3 it's much more column based, but oh well. Oh, we've got some medicine here. All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're gonna do this. Yeah. Oh, right. We can't do this yet, but we'll be back. Can we comment on anything here? Yes, Sam's definitely impressed us. That's true. See if we will comment on anything in here. Nope. Okay. Well, who could possibly live here? I don't know. It's a mystery. I'm sure that won't be significant ever. Look at how pretty. Look at how pretty and how much like detail and nuance and shading and stuff is in all of the images. Yes, it's Sabin. Sabin is in this game. He could be. If he were. All right. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. I feel like it would make more sense for me to talk about things like the story and music and whatever while we're just running around fighting dudes instead of like while major and important plot stuff is happening. But that stuff never pops into my head when I'm just running around. And when I try to talk about things and also fight, I have a really hard time. Even when it's like brainless, like no challenge fighting. Path up left. Oh, did I overlook something? That would not surprise me. Fried fish balls. Oh, that's right. There's cooking in this game. Oh, you're right. There is totally a path here. Okay. Ah. Gauntlet. Leather cape. Who here played the original Gauntlet? And yes, the cooking is amazing. There is so much. Oh my god. I think this is maybe my favorite cooking minigame. I love Star Ocean 2s, but I really like this one. Chrono has played Gauntlet. I, perhaps unsurprisingly, always played as Blue Valkyrie. And because I was between 3 and 5 years younger than the other cousins, Blue Valkyrie shot the food a lot. All right. Equipment. Yeah, okay, so again, in quality of life stuff, you can just go to the party stuff here, and you can be like, oh, who do I want to equip this on? Oh, I could equip this on anyone. What am I gonna do? Let's put it on Ryo. It's not as good as anyone on anyone. Oops. Gauntlet is an arcade game that also had non-arcade versions. And I played it So the very, very old, like 80s era version of it, I played with my cousins and my sister because you could play it 4-player on the Atari ST. Oh, I didn't even see the leather cape. I will check that. But I was very young at the time, so I was very, very bad at it. And then there was like a middle era of Gauntlet games that were terrible, and then Gauntlet Seven Sorrows came out, and it was actually a good game, shockingly. Item. Parties. Leather cape. Equip. Ooh. Equip. Oops. Ah! No, yes. Sorry, hold on. Is this better than anything Nanami has? Yes. Okay. Nanami is one of the characters that I like a lot, so I want to give her good stuff. Oh no, please don't kill me! He wants to kill me. Don't kill me. I would rather you didn't, please. Sir. Yeah, I don't know if the Gauntlet games are any good other than Seven Sorrows. Seven Sorrows is actually really good. But I don't know if that one was ever in the arcades. Oh man, I am so bad at pinball. I never liked pinball. There was a restaurant that was one of those like old-fashioned places. Digging up really old memories here that had a pinball machine in it. And I think they had like a baked Alaska or some sort of like cooked ice cream dessert that I was really excited about, and that's what I remember. Was that there was pinball and also this cooked ice cream dessert. Because I was like, what? You can do that? Amazing. Zamza is good at dodging and dying, apparently. Not very impressed. Oh, yes! Shiro, that's the name of his dog. They're very proud of that audio bit. At least they're not giving us elephants for dragons right now. Woo woo. Shiro is a good pup. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, Gengen. Yes. A dog can be a star of destiny, that is correct. Although, Shiro is a wolf, if I remember correctly. Is it a bad idea for me to get rid of Zamza and put Shiro here because I want to? I would rather have Kinnison and Shiro than Gengen and Zamza. These are some silly names. Okay. Yes. That's true. Shiro is much better than Tefza. Much more lovable. I'm much happier with this setting. Like I said, I kept them in my party. Alright. Let's do it. Oh, okay. Oh, is Kidis in long range? Okay, sorry. I yeah, did not even think. Alright. Here we go. Oh, maybe Shiro should also be over here. There we go. I just really liked Kinnison and Shiro. Alright. Moment of truth. Yeah, I'm gonna regret this blue glass. I know I am. Hold on. I just made a save state. I know. We'll see what happens. So, your reactions make me feel that my memories and my reactions are correct. If you can't tell, Bonaparte is not an easy fight. So let's see how well we do against him. We're gonna do our best. Oh, oh. All right. See how this goes. Yeah, it has a whole bunch of eyes. Well, he survived, so we're all good. So this means that it does more damage than the two of them separate, right? You're going to heal your brother, and you're going to attack. Seems like pretty decent damage. It like squeaks and then it is giant and chomps. It kind of looks like something from Mario RPG to me. You know? Let's see if we can do this. Look at Anami. I love her so much. Isn't that adorable? No, don't eat him! I'm gonna lose Shiro, aren't I? Yep. Oh, but Kinnison raged because Shiro died. So that's something. Don't live on the edge and play it dangerously like I do. That's generally not a good idea. Well, that's fine. It's all good. You should meet. Oh, you can't shift. Okay. Yeah, so this game is a little bit more, it's a little bit more advanced than the first one. I don't think... Does medicine revive in this game? I don't think it does. And they've made it so that people come back with 1 health. Oh. Okay, well, we did it. Sorry, Shiro. That shouldn't be a question mark at the end. Oh, begrudgingly. So her weapon is Bonaparte. So yeah, Bonaparte is not easy. But we only had one character die. We didn't have a party wipe or anything. I'm glad we had Kinnison and Shiro for that though. And we'll probably be using them in our party for a while. Alright. Yay! So peaceful. You come down from the hilly mountain pass and have like your beautiful, pleasant music, and are like, ah, I love the music in this game so much. Oh wait, I thought her weapon wasn't. I thought her weapon was Bonaparte. I must be thinking of her replacement in one of the later games. I don't know if I'm gonna use her, so I don't know if I'm gonna sharpen her. Is there anyone else I can recruit right now? Hey, remember when I got impaled by knives against this tree? Oh, he's a rune. Okay, thank you, Ampy. There we go, the groundhog rune. Is there anyone else I can recruit? Because I feel like we're doing pretty well. We just got, what, 5 people? It's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Let us progress the story. Words that I will on occasion say. Just enough to keep you on your toes. No. Yes, it does appear to be. With ketchup drizzled over it. What do you think, Chrono? It's a disapproving sigh. Flick, are you brooding? Flick's like, you've moved in, we've adopted you. If you go home, you're going to die. So we've adopted you and this is your home now. No music in here. Sounds like plot progression. So we can go out, we can talk to some NPCs, or we can progress the story. I don't know whether people have updated what they say. Okay, we're gonna talk to people. Apparently they have updated what they say. Like, I love the way that everybody here, like, they act as though they know you personally. They call you by name. They're like, oh my god, you ran away. We're glad you're here. Please don't be dead. Like, it's just, it's very... Oh. Paul was like, please don't let them die. Gonna punch him in the face and knuckle sandwich. I bet. So war is the only way. So here we have, I'm talking, there's words, they're about to come out of my mouth. No, the soldiers who aren't mercenaries, but the soldiers who are like, ah, finally the war is over, we can go home to our families. And so for them, the end of the war is a, like, unreservedly, like, good change in their life. But here we have the mercenaries, who are by and large really, really nice people. But they're like, kind of like, oh, thank goodness there's war, because it means we can eat. Because if there isn't war, we can't afford food, and maybe there's not a lot of jobs in the towns we're from, and so this is the way we have food. Hello, horse. Look at this, it's a real horse. No dragon horse here. This one doesn't say anything, it's shy. Okay, look, horses are big, okay? They're big. Horses are big. I feel like that's not any bigger than a real horse. Maybe I don't actually know how big horses are. Why are you three walking around like this? What are you doing? What's happening here? Why can't I talk to you? I guess they're patrolling. I can't... Oh. Okay. Alright. Oh my gosh, cat! I only remembered the cat that said honk. I didn't remember the cat that says Sonia. Amazing. I did tell you that was almost my name, right? But my sister, who is named Tanya, said no. She was just old enough to tell our parents that having their children's names rhyme was not okay with her. So I was almost Sonia the flute. I guess nya, that makes sense. That's a cat sound. But also this cat is talking to calling out to the one of the characters from the first game, if you'll recall. Like one of my least favorite characters in Suikoden 1. I sure did go off on a rant about her. Alright. Let's progress the plot then. But you get the general idea. The mercenaries here are nice. Sonia and Tanya can be pronounced like that. But you can also say Sonia, but you can also say Sonia. And Sonia is how I grew up hearing it for most of my life. And then I heard Sonia and was like, oh, that's cool. But I would have been Sonia. It would have been Sonia and Tanya. So. But it got vetoed. So I'm Lauren instead. Wait, this is not plot progression? Oh, I thought this was plot progression. Do I have to, like, talk to that dude and then talk to Victor? I feel like this is plot progression here. The music stops. That sounds like plot progression, but it... Okay. Nope. Ah. I like there's just like weapons stuck to the wall outside of Victor's room. So if he needs to, he can just like grab from a variety. I guess I can talk to Leona. No? No? Okay. How do I progress the plot? Where is Paul? Maybe Paul is... Maybe let's go find Paul. Hi, Hi, Blue Glass. I didn't remember that Paul was my quick rest save game person. Yay! Do you want to write a fortress diary? I'm sorry, Paul is so adorable. I love him. Okay. I have to like double save just to make sure that I saved. Bum, 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 bum. Just so busy these days. Yes. Haha! We can, in fact, sharpen up to level 3. Har, har. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna spend all of our money. The flower rod. I don't know if I'll be continuing to use Millie, so I'm not sharpening her yet. No, you can't sharpen the dog. I assume he scales up on his own. Okay, how do I progress the game? I don't remember what I'm supposed to do here. I talked to everybody. Thanks, Chrono. It's a good line. Water does taste good when you're thirsty. Anybody ever read the book Search for Delicious? Oh! God, these... Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Alright, then we're gonna go to Toto. Alright. Oh man, that means more adorableness is in store. I'm excited to share some of the cuteness of characters in this game. If this is what I think it is. However, yes. Yes, yes, yes it is. Okay. Yes. Why do we even need the rest of the party? I have a picture, a very badly drawn, even for the time, picture that I drew shortly after I moved to Austin. I was selling a bunch of, or planning to sell a bunch of artwork at an anime convention. And I did a bunch of fan art, but I was like, I'm gonna do fan art and I need to rush through and get it done instead of like making the pictures good. So a lot of it did not sell very well, which was unfortunate, but also in hindsight, really not surprising. I should probably get stuff appraised at some point, shouldn't I? I am thinking about getting a new chair at some point. And I want to get a chair that has a footrest thing that you can extend because I fidget so much. I actually have a box I put underneath my desk so that I can put my feet on it. Oh man. Are you ready to meet one of the cutest characters in the game? She's so cute. I love Pilika. Right? Isn't she adorable? Aren't you proud of her? She's like 4. So cute. Does any of this dialogue change things? Isn't she the cutest? Don't you love her already? I love Pilika. So Rio gets taken in by our messy mercenary buddies. And Joey gets taken in by the most precious child ever. My favorite Star Ocean 2 character, Crazy Sunshine. Ooh, that's a good question. So I appreciate that Chisato pokes fun at the holes in the story, because there are many holes in that story and it is a hot mess. And I thought Chisato was really cool. I love Claude more than I like Rena. Ashton is so great that I don't really have an opinion on Opera and Ernest, because the one time that I was like, no, this time for real, I'm gonna get Opera, I couldn't do it. I had to load my save so I could get Ashton. Is that an acceptable answer? The dragon guy is Ashton. Ashton is a great answer. I actually don't know anyone. I don't think I know anyone who ever really played with Opera, because you have to choose either Opera or Ashton, and everybody gets Ashton. Star Ocean 2 and 3 are great. I haven't played the first one. And don't get me started on Star Ocean 4. You don't want that rant. Pilika is so cute. Yes, I'm his best friend. See, Nick, that's the thing, is people start playing that game without Ashton, and they can't proceed because they don't have Ashton. Alright, so here's Pilika being super adorable, and we're gonna be adorable right back. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. The punctuation usage in this game is questionable. That would have probably, maybe it would have been PAX 2013. No, I think it would have been 2014 or 2015. When did we do? 2015, I think. But yeah, we did play Star Ocean. We haven't played our Star Ocean medley in a while because we changed drummers, and Stab the Sword of Justice requires a certain type of endurance, and our new drummer wasn't a metal drummer, so he didn't do a lot of double kick. So he had to train up, but we'll be bringing it back at some point. Hello, doggy. Ruff, ruff, ruff. I'm making the sound effects for you. Thank you, Crazy Sunshine. We are planning on releasing our second album this year. Not being able to play shows in person does kind of complicate things. I also live in a different country than the rest of the band now, which makes it a little trickier to play shows together too. But we are almost done with the recording, and then our friend who's doing the mixing and mastering is going to keep working on that. And hopefully by the end of the year, we will have a great big virtual album release party, because we don't... In fact, I might do the CD release party on this channel, but if I do, expect me to make the most noise ever about it, because our last album came out in like 2015. So over 5 years ago. So I'm going to be extremely loud about my band's album coming out. But thank you. How did you find my Twitch channel then, Crazy Sunshine? Or did you see the Twitch thing and then I don't know. Anyway, Star Ocean 2 is good and the music from it is good, and my band played a medley of music from it. So, yeah. Oh, well, thank you. We already talked to these people. I want to just be able to eat the food off their table, just like nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay, let's get this appraised. This child was the appraiser. This is ... failure earned. Yes! Just what I've always wanted. I'm not very good at making pottery myself. Yes! Old book. Always good. Celadon urn. I think I need one of those for something, or is that in the first game? Did I? Oh, okay. That's the one that I brought from the house. Alright, are you equipped for adorableness? Because there's more adorableness about to happen. No, this is the wrong house. Darn it. Wait, where's... This is her house. Here we go. Sorry, this music is just so beautiful. And Joey is like, he's so sweet and earnest and polite. Like, he's a very, very polite and dignified young man. And so like the way that he expresses things, like, you know, these two are a very popular ship. Or at least they were. I don't know if they still are. Why is this webcam on? Like, so just to put this in perspective, like, we just saw how Joey was received by his own family and his own brother. And here he is with a family saying, like, we are your family, this is your home. So when he says this, keep that in mind as the context. Like, it's clear that he and Ryo and Nanami are very close. And Ryo and Nanami clearly have a very strong and loving family bond, and with Grandpa Genkaku as well. And you kind of get the sense that Joey was not like jealous in a bad way, but kind of like, oh, I wish I could have something like that. And so here, Joey, who's never had a good, loving family, is offered that by these very sweet people with the most precious child in the world. And so you can just like imagine him like being like on the verge of tears here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so cute. Oh my god. Okay. This is just such a cute child. Of course we have to go see what she needs, because you can't not, oh my god, look at her little stuffed animal. Okay, get ready. Like, again, so you see again the custom sprite. I don't know whether Joey bends over and puts his ear out at any other point in the game. I don't think he does. But doesn't it make this scene feel a little more significant that he actually bends down and leans closer when she drops her voice and says, "Come closer"? Like, isn't that wonderful? she's like 4 years old. And she's already conspiring to get her dad a birthday present. And again, like custom animation of Joey nodding there. Oh my god, I love this. I assume that yeah, right here actually means yes, and is just very poorly translated. Because neither one of these answers for a native speaker of English sounds like somebody saying, yes, we'll do it. But I think that yeah, right here means yes, we will. Can anybody confirm? Because I don't want to accidentally be rude to this child. Because if somebody isn't familiar with colloquial English, yeah, right, sounds like two positive statements, two affirmative statements together. Yes, correct. But it's actually, yeah, right. Sarcastic. So I'm gonna go with that. No, not a monster. It's the word precious that I have never forgotten. I remember that just like smacked me over the head when I first played this game because it's such an incredibly effective detail. Just one word out of the ordinary, and it says everything. Isn't that great? And just like Joey is so in his element as this like big brother uncle. Isn't that adorable? They're so wholesome. And just Pilika is just the cutest child. Joey's like, but you notice like he's not like it's a secret. He's like, nah, it's fine. Just completely like, that was her outfit. Just it's so cute. All right. Let's save. I don't think we can recruit anyone else anytime soon. Shall we head to Muse? Are you ready to go to the capital city of Joustin? No. Oh, I'm getting my geography wrong. I told you I'm gonna be singing along with this more than like anything else. Is this? This is another song that's on the Horizonte album. Isn't she pretty? And just like having this little inn just on the side of the road really makes the world feel that much more real and alive, you know? Because in a world where, you know, travel takes a long time, you would have inns along major roads, just like this. It's not like there's like a town here. There's just a little inn. Certainly will never be back. Oh, is the gate? Where's the gate? Is the gate behind here? Okay, hold on. Is it up here? Where is it? Oh my god. I'm gonna get destroyed, aren't I? Probably gonna get destroyed. They're called kill spiders. This probably isn't gonna be good for me. Northwest, okay. I mean, that's really the only way to go. Oh, so you know how like in games, sometimes poison is really, really bad, and sometimes it's not as bad? Like sometimes poison is like, oh, I'll take like 2 damage every turn, and sometimes poison is like, oh my god. I'm pretty sure poison is actually really bad in this game. Yeah. We do have antitoxin. We're gonna use it. But I think that this is one where it's pretty bad. Okay. Is this not it? I did not notice that or think about that, Chrono. Oh. That's, oh right, it's the wrong border. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get destroyed here, aren't we? Where is it? Ah, here we go. Shall we do this, folks? Do we want to do this? I'm trying to remember the spoil stuff. Yeah, I'm inclined to not do it. Anyway, if you do that, you can recruit characters and go into other locations. You can go to a place that you normally can't access until much later. Including someone you might have attachment to. Please don't kill me. I don't remember how hard things are. But we're gonna just like go after you. And you're gonna go after you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my sister and I found that out ourselves. And we're like, this is ridiculous. Like, I think most people playing this game, you lean against that and you're like, wait, hold on, wait, what? Yeah. So you're just gonna like... I'm sorry, I'm gonna sing along with this every single time. Millie's not good. Melvin, okay. I'm trying to remember, have you seen Suikoden? Are you familiar with the Suikoden series? Or are you just like wondering where I am in the game? Okay, this takes me to that border. That's not what we want. Here we go. That looks awfully capital city, doesn't it? Okay. Well, we just showed the gate trick, but opted against going through with it. What is your controversial statement going to be, Ampy? I love this game and the music. It's been a while since I sang along this much with something, I feel. Ampy, are you saying I should load my last save and not say yes to Pilika? I want to like have like a little like huddle. Oh, okay. Oh my god, look, he fell asleep and there's little ZZZs coming out of him. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Okay, Ampy. Yeah, my sister and I think maybe stumbled into it on a replay. But we're not going to be doing that this time. What is this song called again? Is this The City Upon a Hill or something like that is the name of the song? Climb That Hill? I'm sorry, I can't not. I'm just gonna sing along with this entire soundtrack. Like you thought I was bad during Final Fantasy VI. See, look, everything is good. The war is over. Finally, people can return home. There's a peace treaty. Everything's gonna be good. Hi, Stolen Light. So kind of like I think it's interesting that they show like the economic consequences of war, where like the people who sell armor and weapons are like, I mean, we're glad that the war is over, but other people are like, oh, thank goodness, finally people have spending money. And then this is just a cute little detail where you're like, wait, what, are there rumors? No, there's not rumors going around about the war starting back up. If you don't eat your carrots. This is letting you know that rare finds come and go in case you didn't notice. So remember she gave us 70? Okay, so Ampy says that we should say no for story reasons, correct? I completely forgot that I went straight to where I was supposed to go. I was gonna wander around Muse some more, but I failed and immediately walked. I accidentally, even though I know, this is like the one game where I have no excuse because I know the story. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I went and did it. Plot progression. We'll wander after. Okay, so Ampy says we should say no here. I don't remember that at all. But I guess we should listen to Ampy. So I hit no way here. And this isn't gonna like mess me up. I don't think I ever did this. Unless I didn't have the money. Oh no, I do remember. Yes, no, I do remember now. Symbolism! Isn't it great? I mean, it's actually, like, it's a great character moment. It's not like they're like, let's put this in to be symbolic. Like, no, this isn't, like, textbook stuff. But isn't that a great moment? It's really, thank you, Ampy. I forgot it until the moment I said no. I was like, oh, yes, no, I do remember this. Because I think at some point I didn't have the money because I think I might have sharpened everyone or something. I don't know. I'm really bad with money in this case. But for him, like making that trade, he's like, I don't care about that. That family, I don't, like, that's not my family. But Pilika is. And there's no hesitation. He's just like, no, that means nothing. It's good. Thank you, Ampy. Well done. Well done, my friends. This child is very well spoken for a little kid. Worth noting here is that Japanese children are entrusted with a lot more responsibility at a much, much younger age than American kids. Which is really interesting when I was... Suikoden II, the Suikoden II stream is going to be the Lauren talks about her trip to Tokyo stream. I'm sorry. I think I've told you about that. I warned you that was going to happen. It's going to happen. But no, I spent a weekend while I was in Japan with a host family in Yokohama. And it was really like shocking to me because like they had a little girl who's about like 3 or 4. And so they had, part of why they had like homestay people come stay with them was to practice English around their daughter. And I have worked as a nanny before. I'm good with kids. And so like the mom was like, oh great, can you go play with her while I cook? And the mom was like, oh wow, you do actually know children. And I was like, no, I absolutely do. So we played a lot. But like she would, like the little girl was like 3 or 4, but like she cleaned the table, she set the table, she put things away. She like had a level of responsibility that I was like, you can ask a kid to do that and expect a kid to do that, and then a kid can do that successfully. Very, very different. And I'm sure that there are some downsides to it, but I also think there's upsides to it as far as kids being able to be more self-sufficient is probably good for them. I don't know. It's one of those really interesting cultural things that just makes you think. But yeah. Anyway, she's a precious little kid. It's been a couple of years. I should... Maybe so. I should send a note to them and see how she's doing. I meant to send her a Texas care package. Goodness gracious me, that's expensive. But it does have the heal thing. Is that worth it? That's a lot of my money. Do I want that, folks? Is this worth it? It's a lot of money. But it is an auto regen item. And I really, really, really like regen, and auto regen is even better. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that I need it. Okay, well, we're gonna go. So anyway, welcome to Muse. Hi, stranger. I'd get along fine here. You can talk to strangers, then that's good. Clank, a clank, a clank. It's called like Bustling City on the Hill or something. I gotta go into your personal space. You know how it is. I have to go stick my nose into everybody's business. That's how video games work. And Lauren. Oh, that's cute. And like I love this, like you have this feeling like, oh, you know, there's the whole family. You can see like the sisters, the brother, the parents. Like, isn't like, I don't know, it feels more lively and real. Although I think that Star Ocean 2, I like that Star Ocean names, like just random townspeople have names and sometimes descriptors. No trading posts just yet. Dr. Juan. Ah, yes. Oh my god, Jess. These people are like Lady Annabelle. So it's a thriving town. Oh man, yes, I do really like Golden Sun's ability to read people's minds so you can have more ways of getting dialogue from people. What could be better? Also, then sometimes you find like the disconnect between what they're saying and what they're thinking. And you're like, ho ho ho, characterization. I do not have enough money for this. Tragically. I don't have any runes. Farewell. Ba-da-da-da. I've thought about playing Octopath Traveler. I've heard mixed things. This dish. Oh, okay. Oh! Oh! Haha! A person I haven't spoken to yet. Okay, fine. Don't have anything to say. Look like Clive's sprite. See if I care. Hello. This question mark pause. Personal protection. Like, it's so nice. It's such a big... Okay, we've been through here before. There's so many people, you know? Let's go visit Dr. Juan. Not seeing anybody in here. I guess nobody's home. We should go criticize his kitchen. Excuse me, sir, your kitchen needs cleaning. Border incident. What could that be? Strange accent. Some distrust. It's a lovely day. We're running a lovely errand. This guy was like, no. Not allowed. So yeah, do you feel like you've got a pretty good sense of Muse? For those of you who have not played this game before? Oh my goodness! Hello, big dudes. Oh my god, did their parents just like leave? Their parents are just like, oh, we're gone. And now their 3-year-old sons are just like ambling around trying to figure out what to do. That's amazing. I wonder if they're home from the war though. Well, that's kind of sad. Anyway, I don't like adore Muse the way I do other cities in games, but I like it. And I like how much character it has. Like, it's a bustling capital city, but it kind of feels like its own place. Alright. So we've been to Muse. We've done our errands. Is there anything I'm forgetting to do here? I don't think so. Alright. Oh no, spiders! Spiders! The worst. The absolute worst. No way. Attack this one. You're also going to attack this one? Oh, wait. Rune? Combat only once. Okay. Like, it's funny when I get this into the music. Oh. Oh, it missed. She's not good at this, is she? Well, that's fine. We tried. Oh no! Alright. Well, we'll take care of this. Okay. Although I think... I mean, they'll take care of business here. When like I can't help singing along with the music, it sometimes makes it so I forget that I'm streaming. Oh, you didn't realize that Bonaparte was chewing? Yeah. Bonaparte chews, everyone. Okay. I suppose I should probably cure Joey. I'm really stingy. I'm sorry. I'm really stingy with healing items. Oh, I should have paused dramatically before we went back into Toto. but I didn't pause dramatically before we went into Toto. However, this music does sound different, doesn't it? Well, let's go see what this game has in store for us. Again, remember, this is Toto. A small and relatively insignificant village. The most significant thing about it is that it is located between some places people go. And they'll do custom portraits like this sometimes for significant characters or significant scenes. And so this kind of comes out of nowhere, you know. We went on a big-hearted, good-natured errand that feels like we're early in the game. There's not going to be major consequences for things, you know? She doesn't quite have the words to describe what happened. I hear she's desperately asking Joey for reassurance. So I reiterate, the Suikoden games do not pull their punches. And once again, the custom sprites make such a big difference. Do you remember Apple? Because like just having Joey embracing Pilika here, I think is a really important thing. It's such a key part of who he is. So if you don't remember Apple, she's the young woman who thinks that Matthew, like she admires, kind of hero worships Matthew. But of course our characters here don't know her. So if you've played the first game, that's an interesting little distraction in a way, but it doesn't really in any way diminish from the emotion of the scene. So this is Luca Blight. This is why Luca Blight is one of the most memorable characters in a series that has hundreds and hundreds of characters that are named and have personalities and backstories and dialogue and actions. His army was bored, so let's just kill everybody and burn down a village. That sounds like fun. And like, again, this is like a very real feeling world. It feels like a real countryside with real villages and real people. This is, by the way, when people are like, oh, you can recruit Hannah after stuff. This is this stuff. God, I love this song. It's just, like, it's so absolute. You know? Can't do this yet, right? We have to come back and do this later. They'll tell us when we need to do that. Because, yeah, that door is open. But I'm pretty sure they will tell me when I have to go and do that. I remember being told that it was worth getting through the emotionally upsetting opening section of this game. And then not far into it, the village of Toto gets destroyed for no real reason. And I was just like, whoo boy, because Suikoden 1 has a fair bit of personal tragedy. Like, Suikoden 1 has a lot of personal tragedy because that's the soul leader. The soul leader is like, what if we just kill everybody you love? But aside from, like, God, my mind just blanked. Aside from the elf village, there's not a lot of, like, large-scale destruction in Suikoden 1 that I can think of. Am I forgetting? Am I overlooking anything? I don't think I am. I think that's pretty much the only time that you just, like, wanton destruction happened here. Suikoden 2 changes that. It's not to say there's no personal tragedy ahead, but there's a lot more larger scale, like an entire village being burned down, or your entire, like, military group of children being slaughtered, things like that. Suikoden 2 is Luca Blight. Yeah, we just saw the destruction of Toto, and now we're bringing Apple to Victor. Luca is an incredibly effective villain because, like, crazy dude really likes killing people and is sadistic and laughs about it is, like, so overdone. Like, it's like an anime trope, but never realistically. And so what makes Luca Blight such an incredible and memorable villain is that they were like, what if there was a person like that in the real world? And it turns out he's horrifying. Sorry, I gotta sing along with the music. there's so many good things in this game, though. Oh my god, there's so many good things in this game. And so again, you could be playing this game having never played the first game, so you don't know who Apple is either. But you're like, oh, okay, they know her. And you probably maybe don't even remember her if you played the first game. The godfather of all mercenaries. Yeah, so Flick and Victor never bothered dropping a note to their former comrades to be like, by the way, we're not dead. It is such a good game, Melvin. So here's a little bit of comic relief again. I am not as moved by the destruction of Toto because I knew it was coming and because it's not the sort of scene that makes you cry. If you're me, at least not the 7 millionth time through. It's not actually 7 millionth time, but I wouldn't say that no one knows about it. I would say that the Suikoden series is a little bit of a cult classic, but I don't know that it's even obscure enough to quite be a cult classic. I was really shocked by just how the Eiyuden Kickstarter took off. Like, it made me realize that the Suikoden fandom is bigger than I think I ever realized. And I even used to be part of the Suikoden fandom back in the days of Suikoden 1 and 2. But yes, it is one of the greatest RPG series with some of the greatest stories and greatest writing in any game. I love it very much. I don't remember how much Rio and Joey have told them at this point. And like, I like that, like, Apple is kind of cold and calculating because she's like, you know, we've got to act on this. But like, Flick and Victor are like upset about this happening because it's upsetting. And they are people with consciences. Oh, did we not tell them that? Maybe we didn't. It's funny, there's so many colloquial expressions in this game. Like dog and pony show. Not something you hear a ton these days, but... Maybe there was another kid or two that survived. Maybe there's rumors. It may even very well have been the story that you told, like when Rio and Joey return home and are talking to people there. Maybe word got around, and that is a rumor that maybe people do or don't believe, but Apple heard about that. I feel like Suikoden 2, to some degree, makes its point about true runes. It may make us in a slightly different way, but I feel as though Suikoden 2 drives home the true runes in its own way. And here's Joey taking care of her. And I do think it's important to take a step back here because we're watching these events and having strong reactions to things. And obviously, with no ambiguity or uncertainty or nuance, I think we can say that Luca Blight is a bad person. Like, that's not where the nuance and complexity of the Suikoden series comes in. But if you think about it from the point of view of these two raised in Highland, betrayed by Highland, but that's where, like, They were part of the Highland military. That was their home. They were defending their people from the enemy that they'd been at war with for a while. Now suddenly their own home country has turned against them, has betrayed them. Their crown prince is committing atrocities against their own people and these people, innocents in this place, who Joey, let's remember, has a strong emotional attachment to. And the people here have shown us a lot of kindness. You think about how conflicting that would be. The obvious choice here is you can trust me. When all else fails, we have each other. Even when the world is unknown and uncertain and dark, we have our friends, we have the people we love, and that's important. Leona, of course, has no idea what's been going on. Anyway, I can't talk about the true runes in Suikoden II without a number of very major spoilers, but I do feel like the true runes do come across as horrifying. Even if they're not quite like the centerpiece of what's horrifying, like the Soul Eater is. It's okay, Chrono. It's okay. No, it's good. It means if anyone is, for example, following along on YouTube who hasn't seen the game before, we can keep them with an unspoiled experience. And it's a fun, like, isn't it, Starmander? I love this game. So for those of you who have wandered in here because you're like, oh, who's playing Suikoden II? This game is amazing. This is not my first time playing it. I have a very long history with the Suikoden series. Since they first came out, they have been incredibly important to me and in my life. But I've recently started playing through, because usually I do first playthroughs on my channel, but I've recently had some fun the past year or so of like replaying some of my favorite games on stream. We did Final Fantasy VI and then we did Suikoden I. And we just beat Suikoden I a couple of weeks ago and jumped right into Suikoden II, which in my opinion, many people's opinions, is the better of the two, although they're both excellent. So we have a couple of people in attendance here who are not familiar with the series, haven't played the games before, so we are talking around major plot spoilers and things like that, while still talking about no, it's okay, Starmander. We did just beat the first one, so the people who are following along have seen the situation with Gremio, but they don't know what's happening with this game, so we're trying our best to keep that quiet from them. But one of the things that I do, I have an advanced degree in creative writing. I'm really into stories and writing and characters and stuff, and there's a lot to dig into. And so what I usually do when I play through games is talk through what they're doing, how they're doing it, kind of how it makes me feel, and I have a different perspective. Usually when I talk about that, I'm speculating about what's going to happen. I mean, my memory's not perfect, but I know what's going to happen in this game, so I'm more able to connect lines that I already know. Yeah, I mean, don't worry, this game will have its share of trauma and tragedy. But look, I didn't give anything away about Toto burning down. I think that I managed to avoid projecting that something wrong was going to happen there. There have been a few times that I will say a thing and try to keep a perfectly straight face. Not easy for me. I don't have a very good poker face, but I try to do this so that all of those of you who know the game are like, I know what she's really thinking and saying. And Chrono's like, that's just one more thing that Lauren is saying of the many things she says. So I'm trying to throw those things in for those of you who know. And we can all be giggling together or crying together, as the case may be, because it's Suikoden. I know, Chrono. Look, we've got to deliver you as pure an experience as we can while also talking about the Suikoden series as a whole around you. But apparently I'm gonna have to stream 3 and 5. And only 4 if we're gonna do like a fundraiser stream for something. Like, get me a good enough cause and we'll do Suikoden 4. And I will complain about it the entire time. Or if I need to raise funds for something in my own life, but I'll figure it out. Ideally, we won't have any, like... 4 is so bad that the best experience to be had with it is if you name the main character Bubbles. It vastly improves the experience. 5 is good, though. 5 is very good. They take some of the ideas in 4 that were wasted on 4, and then they like some of those characters and world and things like that, they redo in 5 as if to be like, well, that failed, but we don't want to let that idea go, so we'll bring them back. Suikoden, I probably won't be playing because I think maybe it's easier to find a translation. The last time I looked, which admittedly was like 15 years ago or something, you couldn't very easily come by an English translation of those, but yeah, 4 is boring, it's tedious, the characters are largely forgettable, the voice acting is terrible, but not in a charmingly Star Ocean 2 kind of way. Okay, look, no, I like Nash. I like Nash, all right? I think he's an interesting and likable character. That's true, Bubbles does have really bad animation in 4. We'll play 4. We have to get through the rest of the series, which we're not gonna do if we sit around talking. I'm sorry, I'm so slow. But yeah, Suikoden 4 is not good. And it's a shame because, like, I don't think I ever once cried in Suikoden 4. And, like, how many times have I played or watched Suikoden 1? How many times did I cry when we played through it on stream anyway? A bunch. If a Suikoden game doesn't make me cry, it has failed. It's like when a character is a charming rogue with a heart of gold and I don't like them, they have failed. Wow, Breakman, I'm impressed. Did you like 4? 3 has major gameplay issues that we will have to suffer through. Okay, 4 is all about a boat. It's just all boats all the time. 3 has problems with gameplay, but the characters are really good, especially because since there's not just one central character, there's no silent hero. All 4 main protagonists speak and have well-developed personalities, and Thomas is the best. Thomas is potentially my favorite Suikoden character of all time. Not 100% sure on that. I have to think on it. But he's definitely up there. But these are things we will talk about when we play 3. Ladders aren't her strong suit. Oh my god, I'm so excited about sharing Thomas with you all. Oh man. But back to Suikoden 2. I'm like laughing and joking and stuff here, but tragedy has been happening. Oh, I'm glad that 4 was so bad it made 3 look good by comparison, gameplay-wise. That's... Oh. No, I want to take Millie... Maybe I want to take Millie out of my party. I don't have any attachment to her. Who do I want? Wait, is Sophie meowing? I don't think so. Okay. Okay. Alright. Just trying to see who else I've got. I don't have a whole ton of characters here yet, but alright. We'll make Chrono happy. And Chrono, you can like her extra much because not only is she a giant strong woman, but she's a giant strong woman who wants to use her power to protect and be a caretaker. It's a good choice. Good choice. So those of you who are just now joining us, Chrono, who is one of my mods and a long time, probably the first viewer of all of the viewers that have ever, like, he's the longest follower that I have. of all of my years of streaming. But he has never seen the Suikoden series before, so he is our person who's having a blind first experience with it. So we got to not tell him about everything with Gremio in the first one. But so now this is why we're avoiding spoilers with this. But he really likes the giant woman trope type, so he really liked Ronnie Bell. So he's gonna be happy with some of the characters in this game. So we'll be putting her in our party for his sake. An ooloooong when we get her. I think that Hannah might be a better candidate for that. The director has a type. He confirmed. For those of you who are longtime Suikoden fans, I hope you followed the Eiyuden thing and you backed Eiyuden and you're as excited about it as I am that you're just like flailing around. That's good to her. That's good. But yeah, Murakama confirmed during Eiyuden that he has a type that is the giant woman. As people are like, why are there always giant women in your games? And he's like, I mean, he. It's like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here, sir. All right. Serious face. We're gonna go in and progress the plot somehow. Does this music sound familiar? It's the exact same song, if I remember correctly. Maybe? Maybe it's not, and I just know this soundtrack better than the first game. But I'm pretty sure that I know this song with Matthew talking to me. I didn't realize Matthew died the first time I played the game. I'm not... It doesn't come out and say... Matthew died in those words. So I was like, oh, he's gonna rest and then he's gonna wake up and feel better. The epilogue says that he could rest. Basically, it says something along the lines of like, hearing that they're victorious at last, he can rest or something. It has like some sort of what's the word? Euphemistic way of phrasing it. A poetically euphemistic or euphemistically poetic way of phrasing it. But yes, that's what it says. It says like hearing that they have won, he can die now. But I have no excuse for myself. At least in the case of Celes and the cliff in Final Fantasy VI, the English language translation was limited in what it could say. But I have no excuse for Suikoden 1 and Matthew. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna fight against Luca Blight. Yeah, it said something about being at peace. That sounds right. We're gonna get reinforcements. Apple's gonna strategize. Because remember, she was one of Matthew's students. I like how we're their prisoners and they're like, well, we're gonna have to fight against the military of the country that you come from. So you're gonna be helping us with that. Do you remember the fire spears? So Flick and Victor are kind of like an old married couple. Like, when Flick's like, Victor, you said you were gonna send letters to tell them we were okay. He's like, what? What? And now he's yelling at him for not keeping up with things. A little bit of comic relief here. Do you remember Tsai? Of course we can do it. Don't spend it along the way. Sorry, I can't not sing along with every song on the soundtrack. All right. Hi, Flick. Flick is so much more serious, but also way more mature. Like, I don't know that Flick and Victor have necessarily rubbed off on each other, but Flick has definitely grown up. All right, so we're actually sort of approaching our time. I should go sharpen. Well, they're not actually fire spears in the original. We have somebody who watches these streams on YouTube who is a translator who actually provides detailed information. So I can be like, were they originally called fire spears in the original? And this person will go and look that up. I think he came by a stream. I think I confirmed he, him pronouns. Fire lance. Okay, so there actually are things like that. Yeah, I feel like this game probably stands on its own. Oh. I will click on that link at some point when I'm not streaming. So here's Pilika. So Pilika, perhaps unsurprisingly, has some trust and attachment issues. So she's very scared at the thought of us leaving and not coming back. I don't remember if these beds were always here, or maybe they've decided that since we are no longer prisoners and don't have to get thrown in a prison cell. Paul! Oh, I meant to save. Oops. We're gonna raid a fortress diary. I'm sorry, I can't not sing along with this music. I need to do... Oh, right, I was gonna forge weapons. Sharpen weapons. Okay, why is it that you have a forge that is where you make weapons, but forging something is writing or creating a false copy and forgery? Like, I wonder how that happened, if etymologically those are related, if there was some sort of like ironic wordplay involved. Actually, they come from two different sources and just happen to have become similar sounding in English. These are the sorts of things that I wonder about. I might have to go hunt that down. I'm sorry. That's completely unrelated to anything, but now I want to know. Do they have the same root word? Okay. Hannah, okay. All right, well, Chrono has beat me to it and says that they have similar origins. Okay, well. Oh, they both mean construct. I mean, I suppose that makes sense, but also it's weird. Let's at least go to Ryube Village. Ryube, I think that's how you say it. I apologize in advance for any words that I mispronounce. Fake meaning. Oh! The meaning of faking things. Uh-huh, that's right, sir. We believe you. You were totally gonna get rid of the Mist Monster. Wait. You know, this is right. Because if you'll remember, this is where we went with Millie to find Bonaparte. And there was a little, we should be able to fight these guys more easily now, at least. Forger, yeah. But if you'll remember, there was at the top of this, mountain, there was a little cabin that had some spears in it, and I was like, gosh, this won't be significant. It's gonna be significant. Did you know? Did you know it's gonna be significant? Alright, everybody. Smack the bad guy. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Alright. Antitoxins, those are good to have. I don't think we'll have another little round of recruiting for a bit. But please do let me know when the next recruiting opens up. Yeah, they're less broken than in the first game, some of them. They're in general is better balancing in this game. In general. We got Hannah. She's in the party. We did get her. Actually went immediately back inside because I didn't remember how long it would take for us to go back to Toto. And I figured it would be helpful to have her. Also, I figured Chrono would like it. There's a save point somewhere around here, I think. I love how sometimes there's just sound effects instead of music. Like, it's very effective. You know? It's just generally just such a good game. Such a good soundtrack. Such good and intentional decisions with, like, the sound design, with the game design. Like, it's just such a more solid game. It's so much... Like, they learned so much from the first game about how to make a better game. What trope, Chrono? Sophie trying to get in. Hold on. Well, I'm going to be shutting down shortly. The level music is very dramatic and overwrites. Here we go. You ready for this? I'm going to do a little bit more plot stuff. See, there's spears. Remember, I was like, oh. We gotta go pay him to fix our spears. Joey gets impatient pacing around. We were waiting for you, dude. Oh, I do really like... I understand what you mean now, Chrono. Yes, I like that too. When it's so, like... When we're having a dramatic sequence, and so you just have the level music playing the whole time without breaking to battle music. Yes. And yeah, no, the level of detail and the sprite work, the custom sprite animations for particular scenes really add to things emotionally. Like, they started that in the first game, which I think is really good, but they just... There's just moments in this game that are just so beautifully animated as sprites, and it's sometimes just a really small detail, but it makes it, it gives it so much more life. And I think the the lifelikeness of this game is one of its greatest strengths. He figured this was coming. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Serious Sync. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Stick him in the convoy. being able to put them in the convoy, to choose whether you want them in the convoy or your party, is handy. All right. So that's good. We're all good. We're going to run down this mountain. You know, the convoy is really fantastic, and that's something that, if I remember correctly, continues for the rest of the series. I believe in 3 you can put people who give passive bonuses to your party in there as well. I think that's 3. Maybe that continues for the rest of the series after 3. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. In this game, it's just for plot characters. In the later games, I think it's more than just... It's really, really cute, seriously. We've gotten it once so far. But I spoiled that it was going to happen at some point. But it's still adorable when you see it. I remember the first time I was like, wait, is that... Are they... Oh, that's cute. The animation's different. Oh, she's healed. Oh, that's great. Sorry, I'm like really bad with D-pads, so I'm running around very poorly. Please forgive. I think we can get by just attacking them one at a time. Yeah, well, sometimes she's got to make her little brother do all the work while she takes it easy. She's the big sister. That's how it goes sometimes, you know? Yes, my party right now is they're so much stronger than the last time I came through here. Partly because I don't have Millie. Sorry, Millie. She's not a very effective character, I don't think. All right. All right. Fight you dudes. I'm good at fighting you dudes. All right. Yes. No, we learned that we can just do this. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, I talk my way through everything that I do here. Nanami is super, super fast, which means I'll probably want to put a water rune on her when we get a chance. Because I don't think she's a bad caster. And water runes aren't super hard to come by. And in this game, you can put multiple runes on people, which is great. So you can have, like, people with some healing options. Of course, oh god, this is a lot. This one's gonna be hard. Alright. You attack. You two are gonna do that. You two are gonna do that. Go ahead. Yes. See how this goes. Sorry, I'm like trying to have a conversation with all of you and myself, like talking about whatever I'm talking through. And also, strategizing. Sorry, because this game isn't like, I'm not at the point of the game where this is a total pushover, and I'm not, so this is not a hard game. You can beat this game with terrible characters without having a major problem. But, hold on. You can also get completely... Oof, okay, yeah, these guys are hard. God, they've got so much health. This is gonna hurt. Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. I love the little, like, slamming on the brakes sound that it makes. I just think that's really funny, you know? I don't know if it's just me, but I think it's very funny. Okay. Okay, hopefully this will result in them taking enough damage. Well, we'll see what happens. See how this goes. Hopefully. Okay, at least one of them's down. Oh, man. Oh, oh, no. Oh, yeah, now she's down. Well, that's okay. She took care of business. Yay! Getting experience, getting levels, getting strong and tough. All right. We're going to use some medicine on Hannah so that in case we run into any more attacks. I didn't give this one away, did I? I did a good job with my poker face knowing what was coming. This is one of the most memorable scenes in the series. So my sister cross-stitches video game pixel art. Someone actually commissioned her to cross-stitch this scene. Just the two main, yeah. I was like, that's a strange choice, but all right. Yes, we were just in this village. We walked through this village. We've actually been in this village a couple of times. This is where we got Rukimaru, the Ronin samurai dude. We passed through here a couple of times. This is where we ran into the circus performers. Like, yeah, we've been through. It's like a nice, quiet, peaceful little town. And it feels like it's just, oh, this is just one of the small towns at the beginning of the game. Beginnings of games have small towns. This doesn't usually happen. It's such an incredibly specific thing. Like, this isn't generic evil. This is the scene that people think of when they think of Luca Blight. It's so specific and terrible and sadistic. It's so small and personal and individual. It's what keeps him from being a generic evil anime villain and makes him somebody that we will not forget. He asks a woman to crawl on her knees and act like a pig to spare her life. And then he kills her anyway. In the meantime, you see his soldiers walking around in the background, going to kill everyone else they can find. It's not his sword, by the way. Spoilers. He doesn't have a magical sword that's like corrupting him and making him like this. He's like this. Just, I feel like I need to say that because I think that's worth knowing as far as understanding why Luca is such a good and interesting and memorable and terrible villain. What makes Luca Blight such an effective villain is that he is human. More than even some of the other villains in the games. Like I said when we beat Suikoden 1, what's interesting with the final encounter with Barbarossa and Windy is that Windy shows moments of humanity, not in kindness, but in a certain sense of vulnerability that Barbarossa kind of touches on. But she's not human the way Luca Blight is human. He doesn't have a true rune corrupting him, making him the ultimate evil, taking away his humanity. He is purely a man. He's just a man. And he's one of the most powerful and terrifying villains I've ever seen. Like, he's not supernatural evil. He's not like the forces of the runes acting on the world. He's not a human nature corrupted by some demon. No. He's just one person. No, you really don't stand a chance against him in combat. But I feel like Rio would probably not realize or accept that. And I like these two, you know, young, foolish, earnest, utterly good idiots. Yeah, for me, this is the more satisfying direction that story can take this moment. He has to knock you out to keep you from running out and basically suiciding by Luca Blight, because there's no way. As I've mentioned, I think in a previous stream, Luca Blight is inspired by the historical figure of Lu Bu, who most of us know through Dynasty Warriors. Do not engage with Lu Bu. Do not engage with Luca Blight. It ends about as well for you. Do you remember this tree? This is the tree that we like. It's great that they pick this particular location for this scene, because this is where, yeah, this is the stabby tree. The last time we had a moment in this location, there were a whole bunch of children around. The whole village was celebrating. There were entertainers. It was the city square. Everybody was having a great time. I mean, yes, we kind of took a knife to the chest, but it's okay. We were fine. Everything was fine. So to contrast that thriving village, because this isn't like a teeny tiny village. This is like a little town. But to contrast that with it now and realize just like, I mean, he doesn't leave survivors. Like, he doesn't leave survivors. It's not like they come in, destroy a bunch of stuff and go. They slaughter literally everybody and burn it down. And so we have to protect Victor's fort, not because we have to protect the innocents there, although like there are children there, but because that is like the last bastion of trying to protect everyone else in this area. Joey is having feelings right now. And I think that they're doing a good job of showing like he's like kind of like half mad with like grief and anger and powerlessness. It's all of those things. It's not just that he indiscriminately kills civilians. It's not just that he slaughtered the youth brigade of his own nation. But he is terrifying. Like, he is a terrifying force. He and his military division. So yeah. Suikoden II, folks. Like I said, one thing that Suikoden II does differently than Suikoden 1 is that there is more of an emphasis on loss at scale. Oh man, Evil Hag. Redemption arcs of characters are such a heated issue. I think that it could be done to write a story in which Luca Blight, I don't know, honestly. It's not even a matter of things being irredeemable, as there's not really much to grab hold of in Luca to humanize him, for him to become human, like, inside in that same way. Yeah, like Luca has a reason. There was something that broke him. But as I've said again and again and again, and will continue to say again and again and again on my streams over the years, when children are the victims of abuse or trauma, or I guess one might say like an inciting incident like that breaks them, while they are children and young, that is when you must either protect them and try to prevent that from happening, or support and heal them as much as you can, because sort of once they hit a certain point, the damage that they do is so significant that you can't undo that. See, the thing is, I don't know that you could say that he would be like that. I don't think he probably wouldn't be a great person without that. But I don't think he would be what he is now. But I don't think that people, I don't know that Suikoden thinks that people are inherently evil, which is part of what makes Luca work. But I think when it comes to a redemption arc, we have to ask ourselves what redemption is. Like, are we talking about doing enough good to balance out the harm that one has done? Do we mean earning the forgiveness of those who one has wronged? Do we mean earning the forgiveness and approval of the audience? Because do I think somebody could write an interesting story in which Luca Blight somehow comes to regret what he's done and decides to try to do better? Probably. It would be difficult to do so in a way that didn't destroy his nature in such a way that he would begin to feel like a separate character altogether. But I could believe in the hands of a skilled enough writer who had a better idea than I could have. It could be done. I don't want to say it's impossible. But it would really, really depend. Like, do you think about things as there being like a justice scale where somebody has to do sufficiently like good to balance that out? Like, how do you define that? And that's one of the problems that I have when people talk about redemption arcs. And when we take a look at characters such as Kylo Ren or Darth Vader, people who have committed great evils, but then do redeeming actions, how do we perceive them? How are they remembered? How do we weigh and measure their influence on the universe around them? It's complicated. There's no easy answer. Nothing will satisfy everyone. But I think that those are very good stories to think about. And I think seeing the way that redemption arcs are conveyed in different media over time says a lot about both the groups of people who engage with that media and kind of society as a whole over time. Because like if you take like Kylo Ren's redemption arc, such as it is, if you take Catra from She-Ra, take her redemption arc, people will complain about both of those. They'll complain about them separately. There's more complaints about Kylo Ren's. But you don't hear people complaining about Darth Vader's moment of grace, which is a phrase I'm borrowing from Flannery O'Connor for as flawed as she may have been as a person, as a writer, structurally, there's a lot to learn from her. She's, when it comes to writing short stories, which is something that I studied for several years, she's really a master of the form. And one of the things she talks about and that her stories focused on was the moment of grace. When you have perhaps otherwise terrible people, because she likes to write about humanity kind of at their worst, but then they have this one moment where even if they're not good people, they do a good thing. They do the right thing. And I feel like, in a way, Vader's redemption is kind of like a moment of grace, but it's largely the characterization of Luke showing that his hope is justified and his goodness is the most important thing. Like it's not like Vader's redemption arc comes out of nowhere. It's because of Luke believing in him and loving him that brings out the love and the goodness in him. And that's interesting, but it's different than the others, partly because I think people expect a little more nuance with things, whereas the original Star Wars trilogy is very almost mythological. So yeah, and so 10, I don't know if it's $10, if that's how I say your name. But yeah, within the context of Suikoden II, there's not room for a redemption arc for Luca Blight. Someone would have to contrive a scenario in which there could be a redemption story for Luca Blight. But I don't think that that's the satisfying story to take with him. I don't know. 10 Dales. Okay. But I don't know. I also think it's interesting to ask ourselves why we like or hate redemption arcs. Because individually, some people are drawn to them and some people despise them and say there's no way you could possibly ever redeem someone, even in a fictional world, for having done enough evil. And morally, I don't want to agree with that, if that makes sense. Like, morally, I don't want to believe that, like, I don't think, so I'm opposed to the death penalty. Just across the board, I'm opposed to the death penalty. It does not accomplish any good, and it does a lot of harm, especially because a lot of times, innocent people are killed, and there's a lot of things, you know. This is Suikoden II. We've watched people be slaughtered on screen, so I don't think I have to be as delicate as I might normally be in a stream that I'm doing. Like, there's a lot of problems with the death penalty. There's a lot of complaints about the cruelty of the methods, the cost to taxpayers, the fact that it doesn't work at all as a deterrent against crime. Like, there's really no redeeming feature of the death penalty except the satisfaction that people get of revenge, of feeling that they can watch somebody who did a bad thing pay the price. And that on some level is very satisfying to a lot of people, maybe to everybody on some level, and maybe some of us just work not to try not to feel that way. I don't know. I feel like it's complicated. And so because of that, I don't want to be like, no redemption arc ever, because if a person who does horrible, terrible, awful things then stops doing those things and is like, you know, I'm going to try to do good things from now on. And that won't ever undo the harm that I did. But now I'm going to, but the bad things have been done. But now I am going to do a net good into the world. Like, as far as like ideals and morals go, I want to say that I always believe that having more good, putting more good into the world is always good. And if you allow somebody who has done wrong to do good with their life, then that is in all ways a superior choice to cutting off their future. On a purely distilling my beliefs and my morals and my values and my ethics to their purest form, that is what I believe. And that is like the tenet and foundation of, I guess, what I think in the world. But then I am Jewish, and I try to apply that thought, and we're going to go there, to Hitler. And I don't know that I could say that, which is also why the people who are the victim of a crime are not allowed to convict. They are not allowed to serve on the jury. I don't know. Put into practice, could I live out my values of, if somebody has done terrible things, but now they will do more good in the world, you cannot undo the harm, but you can do more good, and that is important. Can I live that belief? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I do think that these are things that we should ask ourselves and think about, and challenge ourselves with them and kind of figure out, what are your values? What are your ideals? And what are their limits? Which is maybe not what you came here for. We're going to play a video game and have fun, but I don't think it's out of place to have these conversations and think about these things. I think that Suikoden, part of what makes the Suikoden series so timeless and so powerful, in a way that a lot of other games aren't, is that they actually engage with questions like this. I think they genuinely want to prompt you to think about this. And that's a genuinely mature game. I mean, we spent the last stream of Suikoden 1 talking a lot about the repercussions of the cycle of violence and abuse and giving up. And here we are, and I'm like shaking. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, so for anybody who's one of our relative new... Oh, I guess I should probably go save. For anyone who's one of our relative newcomers to my stream, who perhaps has actually managed to stick around through all of that, can I save here? Because I want to save. I don't want to immediately have to run into the next plot moment. But that sort of thing happens. We talk about those things here. If you find this sort of conversation and question appealing, please stick around. Not everything is... Oh, I guess these guys are easy. Not everything is this serious. But I do go there when I talk about games. So if you are a new person here and you've stuck around through all of this, I salute you. I guess we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to save as soon as we can. I'm sorry, we're going very late tonight. A man who looks like a bear. Who could that be? So Pilika is happy we're here. She's gonna join our convoy. Yeah, we're gonna go save. I think we can go save with Paul in the basement. We're gonna go do that. So far, so good. Oh, wrong one. I did not mean to go talk to Barbara. We're gonna stay with him. Then we're gonna save. All right. I did like triple save. Okay, it's saved. Well. Chrono, do you see why we all know Luca Blight and have such strong feelings about Luca Blight? He's memorable. The die pig scene it's very memorable. It's very memorable. It's so personal and small and awful. Yeah. It's a very good game. But the opening section of this game, in which the Unicorn Brigade is slaughtered, lets you know what you're in for. Like, this is not a light game, and it doesn't ease up much. Yeah, no, I feel a little, even knowing what's coming, every time I see that scene, I feel a little sick to my stomach. It's awful. It's awful. It's terrible. But in a good way. Like, as far as stories go, I mean, obviously it's not a good way in like the context of like really a real life situation. But within the context of a story, it's a great scene. Mosaic Tile, I'm sorry, we went late and we are about to shut down. So I'm afraid you missed me talking about redemption arcs and Hitler. Luca Blight. Thank you all so much for joining me for all of that and putting up with the technical difficulties and disconnection and all of that. It was a good conversation, honestly, Mosaic Tile. It wasn't really weird. If you're familiar with Suikoden II, it was after the Ryubei village scene with the woman and die pig. So it was relevant. Talking about whether people can be beyond redemption and what that would mean. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. This has been an experience. This will continue to be an experience. I have so many things I want to say about some of the characters and some of the things that are going to happen. Like, this game has a lot. This game has a lot. It's really good. I'm really, really glad to be sharing it with you. Thank you, Dover. We will just keep playing this until we beat it. We're going to be picking up Final Fantasy VII Remake again on Thursday, watching more of those dream scenes that I didn't see. And then maybe we'll be doing some more art streams and things as we kind of work on setting up my channel some more. So stay tuned. Join the Discord if you're not there already. If you want to know when I'm going live, there's a special channel for that. And yeah, hopefully we'll just keep having interesting adventures like this. Playing fun games, having big talks and big thinks, and yeah. No, it's totally fine, Allie. You're welcome to say what you want to say. I do need to shut down now because I have to finish some work, as I often do on Tuesday nights. But it has been a good time to spend this with you. And I appreciate all of you sitting with me and talking through this stuff with me. And hopefully I will see you next week, if not on Thursday. Take care, and I will see you later. Bye, folks.